So in this video, I wanted to take a quick look at this pen. This is called the Lamy Tipo. That's T-I-P-O. I'm pretty sure it's not typo. I'm gonna go with Tipo. And this is an entry-level Lamy. Sells for about $12, $13. And it's a very simple pen, very lightweight, and relatively affordable, especially for a Lamy. So it's a aluminum body, plastic grip, plastic clip. It's a very simple, very light pen, available all over the place. Comes in a bunch of different colors. I have it here in a special edition. It's a metallic green. It's called tourmaline, which is a semi-precious gemstone, kind of like a greenish colored one. I really like this green color, green blue. It's metallic, it just looks really cool, so I picked it up. And it's my first ever Lamy Tipo, so it seemed like a good match. So looking at the pen, very few features. All you're really looking at from special stuff is the clip. And the way it works is it extends out, which is just a design flourish. There's nothing fancy there. It's a plastic clip, by the way. It pushes in and then it locks like that, and the tip is extended and you can't push it up or down. There's no button on the top. You would retract the tip by pushing here. This piece is pressured downward through the design, so you don't have to push it in and push it down. You're only just pushing it like so, and it's locking on its own. And then to get it to retract, and it can kind of shoot back a little bit if you're into that sort of thing. Very little branding, nothing on this kind of cheap little clip there. We have a engraved Lamy logo. Maybe it's embossed, I don't know what it is, and that's just in the aluminum in the same color. Very cool. Again, the clip is very simple. There's nothing on it. It's just a piece of plastic with what seems to be a somewhat flimsy attachment to the body. I feel like this little joint is going to break at some point, but so far it's been a couple weeks and it's been fine. And it's pressured downward, and what happens is as you push it in, obviously there's this hole in this aluminum. There's also a little hole, you can see right there, a little divot in the interior piece. And this little that little extension goes into the hole in the aluminum, and then also into that divot, locks in place. Here you can see quite how simple this pen is. It is actually the plastic grip screws in to the aluminum body, and it's not threaded, the aluminum body. It relies on these two little angled stamps for the threading. Like, could not be simpler. And as a result, the sort of screwing in mechanism, it does not feel very refined. It feels, there's not threads along the whole way. It's just threaded on these two. So it's just like, it feels a little clunky, and then you get to the final point and there's a little bump action right here, and then you cannot go any further, which is actually something I appreciate, but it's a very simple industrial design. There's nothing here inside that I could see. This is not spring-loaded. The spring is in the tip, the way it is with most Lamy pens like the Swift. And so you can't service this clip without, from what I could tell, without breaking the pen. So I was curious about how this tilt mechanism worked. Is that just relying on the plastic flexing, in which case it's going to break eventually? Or is it more complex than that? And I haven't been able to take it apart, and I didn't want to break the pen, because I've actually been enjoying it. The front section is very simple. It's just it's a hard plastic. It's a good size, as far as the length goes, but it's just a hard plastic, and some threading, and there's a spring in there. I don't know if you can make it out, but there's a spring in there. The refill this pen uses is the Lamy M66. This is a rollerball refill we've talked about many times. I don't like that this is a proprietary refill. this is like, you can't get another refill that fits this directly, which is this weird shape and the long length. But this is also a very easy refill to do a slight mod, and you can get pretty much whatever you want in here, like a LR refill from Pentel, or I usually put a P series, like a Schmidt P8120 or 8127, something like that, should be able to fit. And I haven't done one of those yet, so if there's any interest, let me know, and I'll do a video on how to get different refills in here, but I believe it will be doable. Again, I have not delved into that yet, so if you're interested, say something, let me know, but usually there's no problem getting something in place of this Lamy M66. You can also check out my Lamy Swift videos and see the changes I've made to replace the M66. That said, I've actually been enjoying that M66 lately. In the past, I've had poor experience with them. Lately, it feels like a fairly proficient rollerball to me. The M66 refill sells for about $5, so it's not cheap, but it's long-lasting, it's reliable, and I've actually, again, been enjoying it. The Tipo itself, it feels kind of light and kind of cheap, but as for a pen, I just throw in my bag and I pull out now and then. I've actually had a lot of fun with it over the past couple weeks. So whereas I'm a little bit surprised, I can say I do recommend this pen if you could deal with the clip design and then this weird clip overhang. Initially, I didn't buy this pen with this clip overhang. I thought it was just so ridiculous that just like I didn't want it in my life. I saw a deal, I picked one up, and I've actually been enjoying it. So here it is. This is the Lamy Tipo with the M66 Rollerball refill. And yeah, just from end to end, nothing wrong with that writing experience, or actually this pen body. It's cheap, but I've been enjoying it. It's a little bit hard to justify at $13, $12, because like for less you can get something like this. This is the Jetstream Alpha, I believe. I'm blanking on it. Yeah, Jetstream Alpha Grip from Uni. And this is like full metal body and this really nice brushed aluminum, metal clip, metal button, grippy section, metal front end. So can be hard to justify the Tipo when there's such good competition out there. That said, it's an interesting pen. It's available in some nice colors. Jetstream, and this is the Alpha Gel. I don't know what refill is in this. Pull that really quick. I usually end up going with that Jetstream 1.0 millimeter refill. Is extremely solid. And we'll see what I put in here. This is the Uniball Signo. Don't know. UMR 87E. It looks like a 0.7 to me, but we could check out that refill online, see which one it is. Anyway, there is a quick comparison. I just didn't have this one lying around. This pen is actually a good comparison with their similar price, and you can see from the writing sample they write fairly similarly. The Lamy is a little bit more generous with the ink than the Jetstream, but the Jetstream is probably a little bit better for day-to-day use and a little bit quicker drying. But again, Lamy's no slouch. So yeah, that is the Lamy Tipo Rollerball. Aluminum body, plastic front, plastic clip. These lower end Lamy pens, they don't get a lot of love, and I've really ignored them in the past just because they seemed like throwaways to me. And that's definitely true of some of them, but I don't think, at least I don't any longer believe that that's true of the Tipo. I picked this up and I really like the green. I like riding it, and for $10, $12, it seems like a pen I'm happy to have in my arsenal. That said, again, this is a huge competition in this space, and you gotta look around and see what is right for you. So yeah, that's the Lamy Tipo. Thanks for watching.